What's going on, man? It's a great day to be alive. Coming to you with my favorite type of video. It's the behind the scenes update of my sync licensing journey and the actual income I make. So this one is for May. So let's start off. First, I want to start off with a couple placements I got. So if we look right here, I got one of my first Spanish placements on this show called Hoy Dia. Came in two placements right there. So my first Spanish placement, man, that's a big deal. That's something different, especially for me. So I'm enjoying that. And then another one on Jersey Shore. Now the original Jersey Shore, that was my show, man. When it was on. KY used to love watching that. So to get a placement on this Jersey Shore, the family vacation, is a pretty good deal. But let's get to the numbers. This is what I've earned in May. And we can say, wah, 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 wah. It's not that great. As you can see right here on the top right, $190.11. Hey, it is what it is. But this is my international royalty statement. So usually my international royalty statements are always lower. If we look at right here, this 2024 domestic and international, you can see my domestic for year to date is almost 5K, and my 2024 internationals is almost close to 500. So this just happens because I just earn less internationally. Now, if you're new to the channel, international for me means anything that's not the US, because when I signed up for ASCAP, I lived in the US. I now live in Canada, but I didn't want to switch. I could switch, but it'd just be a lot of hassle to try to switch different PROs. So I just decided to stay in ASCAP. So anything outside the US is considered international. And we can see for television, about half of that was the money there. You got other little royalties, and we got a little breakdown. As we look on this one, the UK, hey, one of the big earners this year, Canada in second. So usually these countries are the top ones for me. It just depends on what's planned. So you see all these countries earning a little something. Hey, this little stuff adds up. So even though, $190 is not that great, but you got to think about it. I didn't do any extra work to get that $190. Now, this $190 can help me buy, let's say, a new hard drive or another piece of equipment. So you really can't beat the passive income, letting it work for you. If we look at the performance categories, again, television got most of the bulk of the royalties, other royalties, TV cable remission, internet TV. Just keep scrolling down and look. Download audiovisual works, 1 cent. Hey, it's all something. It's all extra things that I didn't have to work for. So really can't beat that. And if we look at right here, this quarterly trend, this is the international royalty quarterly. I can't even say it. Trends, and you can see they jump highs and lows all the time. So it is what it is. And this was when I got paid in May. So usually the international and domestic royalties, they switch back and forth different months. Now, this is for ASCAP. I can't speak about the other ones like CSAC or BMI because I'm not in those. So you'll have to watch someone's channel or ask them how do they get paid. They might actually have on their schedule how they get their pay schedule. That might be public knowledge. I'm not sure if it is or not on those other PROs. So you know what to really expect. So you have to remember that you get paid in the rears of what you earn. So let's say if you got a placement, like I did for the ones in May, they probably got placed a couple months before, or even sometimes years before, and then I get paid for it. So that's how it usually works. So if you're new and you're expecting as soon as you get a placement to get paid right away, that's not how it works, unfortunately. And at one point, I wasn't even earning international royalties. My music had just not made it that way. So sometimes you may not even get the international royalty. I think maybe a couple of years I only got domestic royalties. So that means I really only got paid like 5 to 6 times a year. That's it. Now I'm getting paid a little bit more often because I got the international royalties, but they're not that much. So I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes of seeing that it's fluctuations. If you've been keeping up with the behind the scenes series, you'll see I have really good months. And then you see like today, not so great, but you can't beat that really passive income. Yes, I gotta keep making new music for the future, but this is old music that's just keep making me money. And I never know in the future what something I did in the past is going to pop off in the future. That's why I do like sync licensing, but I want to, instead of just telling you all the good stuff that can happen, like making money, passive income, I want to give you the realistic behind the scenes pictures of what you can earn, while at least I can. You know, if I sign a big contract and make a big licensing deal, I might not be able to tell you how much I got paid because of that. But while I can tell you, I'm going to tell you so you can get the transparency, so you can make your decision in your mind if you want to stick around and be patient enough to stay in the sync licensing game, or just totally change directions. Hey, with all this AI stuff, we don't know where it's going, but I'm gonna still keep making music because I love music. And let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this and what else you want to see from the behind the scenes that you might not think about, that you don't hear other people talking about, that you may have heard and you want a video on. And if you want more helps, tips and tricks with sync licensing, check out one of these videos.